It's a Jazz recap here on DJ and PK 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott with you, and the Jazz win. Second night of a back-to-back, come back home and beat the Dallas Mavericks 116-114. Clutch execution down the stretch. Big shot from Keontae George, and the Jazz go away winners at home. Lauri Markkanen led the way with 33 points and 7 rebounds. Keontae, 19 points, 7 assists, 0 turnovers for Keontae. Bryce Sensabaugh added 14 in the win. Let's get to the postgame sound and hear from Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
After a long trip to come back on a back-to-back and having some guys out, I thought the team really dug in, and that's like a grinded-out win. I thought our crowd was terrific tonight and gave us a big lift. But the reasons why we were able to grind out a win on a night, where there may be some fatigue coming off the road, and we don't shoot it well, is our defense tonight I thought was great. We had some really long stretches where we guarded the paint well. The fourth quarter, they only had 4 paint points. And then we only had 9 turnovers, and you end up winning the possession battle. And that gives you a chance to win on nights when you're not your best in terms of shot making. And I think it's a good example for our group of things that we can try to focus on every single night so that we're not just reliant on shots going in. I thought a lot of guys contributed tonight. Obviously, Lauri had a big game. Key made a big shot late, but I think Cody continues to improve and is having some really solid minutes for us. His defense has been pretty high level here recently, and he's putting a lot of pressure on the rim. He caught 2.5 lobs in a quarter, which I thought was great. Getting out in transition, putting pressure on the rim, he's finding ways to impact the game. Walt had another solid night, and I also felt like Kyle Anderson gave us a big lift tonight. His basketball IQ, his savvy, I think really helps us in a lot of ways. Even the last play where they're trying to run the catch and shoot for Klay Thompson, he's guarding the inbounder and sags off and kind of ends up making Klay have to take a little bit of a different route so he can't get a catch and shoot. So really happy for him. He's obviously not been in the rotation full time, and he's stayed ready and continued to work. And always happy when guys do get an opportunity and they're ready to go. But that's a great win coming off a road trip. I'm really proud of the team.
Is it maybe reading too much into Walt's past experience, or is it correct in saying that, late game situations, bright lights, that he has experienced those things before, and so that helps him here?
Yes, he has experienced those things, and Walt is definitely not afraid in those moments. At the same time, this is a different level, and so I think there's things that he probably takes from that experience. I also think it's probably just part of who Walt is. He doesn't shy away from big moments. He's taken a lot of big shots in his life. And so it's definitely something that it's one of the things that we really liked about Walt in the draft was that he had a winning pedigree and is tough and has shown that in tough moments that he's got the courage to deliver. I think it's definitely part of it.
Bryce had a deep 3 late in the game and then had the steal and kind of run out the basket. Seems like he's been making maybe more of a consistent impact recently, but just kind of what have you made of his play tonight in general? Yeah,
I think Bryce has worked incredibly hard, and we've talked a lot about the work that he's done on his body and what that has given him the ability to do on both sides of the ball. It speaks to the work that he's put in that Bryce actually hasn't been shooting it great from 3 lately. And I think coming into this year, that was kind of all of our impression of Bryce was that that is his number one thing and that's how he's going to impact the game. And so for him to make other plays, he's had some great drives lately, some big dunks. He's putting pressure on the paint to get to his little turnaround and floater. And then obviously that steal late, it does show growth from Bryce. So I'm really proud of the work that he has put in. He's stayed consistent with his approach. He's stayed consistent with the things that he says he's focused on, his defense, and trying to impact the game in other ways than just shooting. So I think it does speak to the work that he's put in and his growth to have those things happen for him late in the game tonight, because we're all waiting for Bryce to get hot for a couple of weeks, and we all know it's coming at some point.
It was another high-scoring night in the paint. What have you liked about the team's ability to put pressure on the rim consistently?
Yeah, we're doing it in a variety of ways. There's nights with Nurk where his rolling puts pressure on the rim. But I think our team as a whole has done a really good job of cutting, and I think the way that we've been able to utilize space to create driving lanes for perimeter players has been really good lately. Also that takes the people with the ball doing a good job of creating the advantage one-on-one and getting downhill. But it's been a team effort to do it. To do it last night and then to do it again tonight where Nurk doesn't play and you don't really have the rolling threat that Nurk provides, it does show that the team is understanding different ways that we can apply pressure on the paint.
That is Jazz head coach Will Hardy after his team's 116-114 win over the Mavericks. Let's move on to the players. Hear from Keontae George.
Tonight you bring it. Where did you find the energy to pick up this really impressive win?
We talk about competing up at our compete level, but I think today, from top to bottom, we was just professional, understanding what we're here for. At the end of the day, it's a part of our day, 48 minutes. We trained for so long. This is what we work for, so we did what we needed to do, obviously, throughout the day to make sure we was ready. And, honestly, I can speak for myself, and it just felt great to be around the home crowd and feel the energy. I'm sure everybody on the squad felt the same, so obviously the fans give us, that boost of energy when we need it.
Where do you find the defense lately? Isaiah said it was about film session, but you guys have found something. Where did it come from?
Obviously, we went back and watched the mistakes, obviously, but it's more so of a want to. We have to look ourselves in the mirror, understand, what type of team we wanted to be, what's our identity on that side of the floor. For us, we just want to, you talk about being the bully. We just want to be the bully on that end. Let's be physical, set the tone of the game, and but it's just a will to want to. Everybody on the floor wanted to guard. Everybody wanted to get stops, but it's that will to win at the end of the day.
The beauty of this team of late is everybody's contributing. And in the fourth quarter, you came on, Lowry came on, but Sensabaugh and Walt came on big too. Talk about guys who now step up, like a Bryce Sensabaugh.
Not for sure. Bryce's time is, y'all seen the games where he can go for 20, 30. Like he got. I've seen him do so many things in practice. Yeah. He got all the tools. Walt's been coming into his own. When you look at the good teams down the stretch, obviously, teams have their guys, but if we can continue to play team ball and the other team doesn't know who we getting the ball to, what plays you're running, like if we can just let the ball have energy, I think that's what we did tonight. Bryce hit a big-time tray ball, top of the key. Larry felt like he had it going all night, and then I was able to step up, make a big turnaround. But everybody defensively, Walt making a phenomenal play at the rim, coming over fouling, it's just things like that honestly, lead to winning. So we're trying to put ourselves in these spots as much as possible this season. So now we can stop talking about the compete stuff and we can talk about, the little schemes and stuff. So, down the stretch, we're able to execute and win the game.
Do you feel the growth with this team? Is it happening right now?
We've showed spurts, but obviously the game last night and to come in and play the way we played, it should be a positive thing for us. So obviously we get the day off and then we come back and play a good Charlotte team. But Scott said it to us in film, we did it one night, but we can't just do it one time. We got to do it over and over and over again, but we got to take it day by day. So I think that's just what we're trying to do right now. We got 2 really good days as far as competing. We go back to the drawing board and do it all over again.
That's Keontae George. 19 points, 7 assists for Keontae last night. Let's now hear from Isaiah Collier.
An 8-day, four gamer. I mean, it's amazing you guys worked through this.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, a long road trip. We were tired for sure. We just got back last night, but I mean, it's no excuse at all. Come out here and play every single day, when we're supposed to. So, I mean, that was the goal today, to get after it and, rest when we get the rest.
What's happened defensively? It seems like things have changed. You guys are communicating, believing. You tell me.
Film sessions, that's what happened. So, I mean, I think, we started to buy into it, honestly. I think, for all of us, we felt like it was embarrassing, as far as what we was giving up. So, I mean, it's just having pride, competing, and, just trying to get out there, honestly.
What do you see in Bryce Sensabaugh tonight? He took a couple of wicked falls last night, took another one tonight, picks himself up at the floor, and comes up with some big shots, and so did Walt.
Yeah, I mean, that charge in the fourth quarter, I think, changed the game. So, I mean, Walt hit big shots, Bryce hit big shots. I mean, that was big for us tonight. We got the win.
Finally, you guys seem to be on a stage now where Key and Markkanen are working really well together. Mm-hmm. Tonight, they hit a couple late shots that really turned this game around, too.
I mean, they're who they are for a reason. So, I mean, big shots. I mean, I think that's what they're built for. And, I mean, we lean on them as leaders, as a team, and, we expect them to make them shots, and I'm sure they know they can make those shots. So, yeah.
Big win, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
There's Isaiah Collier, 7 points, 6 assists in the win. The Jazz beat the Mavericks 116-114. Next up, the Jazz take on the Hornets tomorrow night at Delta Center. Tip-off for that one will be at 7:30. Pre-game begins at 6:30. Coming up next, more DJ and PK, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.